This is just a quick video on how to read frequency responses. I'm not going to review every headphone on the market, but this is just how to show you to compare different headphones and find the best with the smoothest response. So if we type in DT990s out of the box, they're very harsh in the treble. They have a lot of stabbing peaks and cuts, like so. But everything else is pretty smooth. So you could consider these headphones harsh and overly bright in the treble, but over time, give it a few weeks even, the pads start to wear down. So now we have a worn pad measurement, and we can see in blue here that the DT990s drop a little bit in the treble and they're a lot smoother. So the overall response is now a lot smoother from the bass to the mids to the treble. It's extremely smooth, okay? And we can compare this worn pad measurement to like the DT1990s that cost more, and see that the DT1990s are actually worse in the treble. They have this 8K peak, this 10K cut, this 4K cut. So this headphone is not as smooth as the cheaper Beyerdynamics. So this 4K cut, 8K peak, 10K cut is going to really color the sound in the highs, while the DT990s have a little bit more bass and they're cleaner in the treble, okay? So the end result is the cheaper headphone sounds better, okay, and has better bass extension. And we can keep doing this. We can look at like Sennheiser's offerings, like the Sennheiser HD 600, 650, and you'll start to notice a pattern that all of these headphones, the 660S, 560S, even in the 500 series, we'll notice that all of these headphones pretty much sound almost identical. And this is like the Sennheiser house sound, which means all these headphones basically measure about the same. There's little differences, but they all have a 5K peak. They all scoop out the treble, the Sennheiser Veil. They all have like a 2K scoop. They roll off the bass. Okay, and then we can bring back in the DT990 worn pads and see how the 990s compare to the Sennheiser house sound. So the DT990s have the most bass emphasis and the best treble extension. So we can see that Sennheiser Veil going on at 5K. It just drops everything off above that. And we can see they have less bass extension on the Sennheisers. Okay, so this is just a very quick way to understand headphone measurements. Now, this is my target, the blue line here. We can look on Banbo. We can change it to diffuse field, flatten it out, and we can use like the Harman target. Let me go back to diffuse field, pin this, flatten it out, then put the Harman target. So this is the Harman target up against diffuse field. You probably don't know what these targets are, but that's my target. When you get really good at audio, you actually come up with your own target. So this is my target in blue. We can see it's similar to the Harman target, except it doesn't roll off the treble, and it's a little bit bloomier, warmer, and it doesn't roll off the treble, but they both have the 3K scoop and the bass boost. Okay, so my target is very similar to Harman target, except I don't roll off the treble, and I don't have a 200 hertz mud cut. But besides that, my target is the same as the Harman target. Okay, and so we can look at like that's my target right there. Okay, and yeah, it matches the the DT990s really well. Okay. So we can see there's a soundstage scoop, treble extension, bass extension on these headphones. So yeah, that's how you read headphone measurements.